treat all of our people in all of our communities with their proper dignity and keep all of our communities safe from dangers and crime. And above all, Almighty God, we also pray to ensure the safety of all of our courageous and valiant soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen of the American military forces. Protect them on land, in the air, and in the sea, and destroy their adversaries, benevolent God, and be their shelter and fortress, and do not allow them to falter. Fill their hearts with faith and courage while they fight for us, to thwart the evil schemes of our enemies and to abolish every decree of evil. We beseech you to return them speedily to their families, who love them so much. Return them alive and unharmed, as it is written, God will shield you from all evil. He will guard your soul. God will safeguard your going out and your coming in from now and forever. Please join me in saying, Amen. Thank you.
Please welcome retired police officer Jim Kiefer for tonight's national anthem.
Gentlemen, would you please remove your caps? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing and welcome Donald Larson, candidate for Congress, for the pledge.
OH! Ladies and gentlemen, please turn and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please welcome jazz singer Marilyn Mincer for tonight's God Bless America.
Good evening, everybody. Please join me. God bless America, land that I love. to the mountains, to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Please welcome Tom Coy, Mayor of the City of Brook Park.
Wow. I wanted to welcome you to the IX Center on behalf of the Park family. As you know, we lost this here in Brook Park, a great fight with Cleveland, but we're glad you're all here for the hospitality of this great venue. This is the second time Mr. Trump came here. He came here right after St. Patrick's Day and received a warm welcome. But did anyone get to see the Gettysburg Address today? Holy moly! Who was that guy? Was that Donald Trump? Wow! Did he look presidential? Did he act presidential? Good, because in a few months he's going to be the president. I want to extend a fond good evening to all you fellow lovable deplorables. I'm proud to stand with you as an irredeemable, undesirable. Why are we here? Why are we here tonight? Well, I'll tell you why I'm here. I'm here to make America great again. And I'm here to take the next step in electing Donald Trump the President of the United States. I'm here to tell you that if Hillary Clinton's policies and actions... You gotta let me finish. You gotta let me... It's her actions and her policies that are deplorable. That's what's deplorable. And unfortunately, many of her irresponsible acts, it's sad that they may be irreversible. And that's why we're here tonight. Let me share with you some of the images of Hillary's America. In Hillary's America, we wave goodbye to American jobs. We wave goodbye because there's nothing we can do about it. Just behind me, thousands of Ford workers cast the greatest engines in the world. Those jobs have gone to Mexico. Ford, Carrier, Eaton, whole industries have gone to Mexico and to Japan and to China, and everyone just waves goodbye and says nothing, absolutely nothing. In Hillary's America, all workers will become service workers, and we will compete with illegals for the same pay. I have to say to you what I understand and Donald Trump understands, that in order for America to be great again, we need to make things in America again. And that's why Donald Trump should lead our nation. In Hillary's America, we see homeless veterans, a corrupt VA, denying our greatest Americans basic health care, brave men and women who suffered firefights on the battlegrounds that we send them to, they're dying, waiting online for a doctor. American disgrace. Under Donald Trump, every veteran in this country will have a card to go to any doctor, any hospital, anytime to get the care that they need. Under Donald Trump, our veterans will be honored once again. This one's very close to my heart because I'm the son of a Cleveland policeman. And in Hillary's America, civil unrest will become the norm. Mothers walking their children, the elderly sitting in their house will be subject to the threats to random drive-by shootings. A candidate for president says the assassination of police officers on the streets of America is justified because there's inherent racism in law enforcement in our country. Donald Trump understands that our first responders, the danger that they're in, and we cannot have a safe America unless they are respected and supported. And when Donald Trump's president, our neighborhoods, our inner cities will be safe once again. In Hillary's America, this is a new one that none of us knew before until WikiLeaks came out. We will have an open hemisphere without borders. This policy will create an open door for terrorists and the drug cartels of the world. Our national security will be challenged like never before. The fear of every American family of their children being hurt by the influx of unchecked heroin to this country will destroy its future by killing its children. The fear of every parent, whether they live in the inner city or live in the suburbs of America. With Donald Trump, our borders will be secure. And we're going to build the wall. And they're going to pay for it. And who's going to pay for it? Thank you. In Hillary's America, we just learned recently that Wall Street's going to write the rules. Whoa, how can you lose the game with that? But we saw over the recent years, all of us losing so much. Bernie Madoff went to jail. You know why? Because he cheated the rich. But all the Wall Street boys, the Americans, many of you in this room who lost your homes, lost your mortgages, lost your pensions, lost your 401ks, lost your dreams, the big boys write a check to the SEC, and not one dime, not $1 goes to the American families who lost everything for the bad conduct of Wall Street. And when Donald Trump is there, they're going to pay their fair share to the people who they robbed. Well, we're doing pretty good so far, huh? You guys wouldn't know I was a Democrat most of my life, would you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, they used to call me Small Change when I was a kid. This evening, I'd like to be a little serious here for a moment, if you'll let me. Not that what we've been talked about so far wasn't serious. But I would especially like to address the women of America. Thank you. It is clear, it is very clear that you will be a major factor in who becomes the next president of the United States. Obviously, Hillary's campaign has determined that, and they're doing everything they can to get your vote. And in my 30 years in public life, if you are getting the mailers that Hillary's sending out in Ohio, they are the most disgusting things I've ever seen put in literature in my public career, I have to tell you. But I want women to think about, it's going to be an historic moment that a woman could become the next president of the United States. Okay? Let me finish. Calm down. Let me finish. This is important. This is important because we need to reach out to others. We know where we're at. But there are other historic decisions to be made that have long-term applications for this country. In every debate, in every single debate, you hear Hillary Clinton talk about that poor little 4-year-old boy sitting in the back of the rescue squad in Aleppo. Have you seen it? Okay. Well, to paraphrase the First Lady, that picture should shake the world to the very bone of your fabric of your life. That picture should shake every American and everybody throughout the world. And you know who's responsible for that little boy and the plight of hundreds of thousands of Syrians? You're damn right. You're damn right. So I asked the women of this country, I stand as a testament who a man was foolish in part of his life. And folks gave me another chance and gave me forgiveness. And I'm a standing element to show you that I want the women of this country to sit back a moment before you vote. And I want you to think about something. Bad behavior of men can be corrected a lot of ways. We get old and we're harmless. Okay? But most of all, inappropriate behavior and words can be forgiven. They can be forgiven. Maybe the Catholics and evangelicals that Hillary's trying to dismiss will understand what I'm talking about. So when you make that decision, not the women that are here tonight, but the other women, before you make that decision, I want you to think about that little boy. I want you to think about the decision that affects young children like that, young women, young men, all over the world, because you know what? This isn't a word. This isn't an adolescent thing. The tough decisions of the President of the United States affect everyone's life forever. You can't take those decisions back. So I ask the women of America, before you make up your mind to vote, take a second look at Donald Trump and listen to what he's saying, not what the media is saying about him. All right, you're not mad at me yet. I haven't been booed or anything like that. I'm doing pretty good so far. Okay, finally, we're getting the end of this because they told me I couldn't speak longer than an hour and a half. And I'm getting thirsty. It's got to dry up here. I want to talk this evening about the final days of this campaign and what we can do. The folks in this room this evening know what's at stake, and we know what you're going to do on Election Day. But we have to give, Hillary Clinton has given people all kinds of reasons not to vote for Donald Trump. So I ask all of you, I'm going to give you a way to redeem yourself this evening. I'm going to give you a way. You have to leave here tonight, every man and every woman in this room tonight, and go home and talk to a friend. I go to restaurants and, hey, guess what, Mayor? I'm voting for Donald Trump. You don't have to whisper. You don't have to whisper. Be proud of it. All right? So when you go home tonight, every man and woman in this room, talk to a neighbor, talk loud, tell them their only opportunity to make America great again is to elect Donald Trump the president. I thank you.